Alright everybody, hi to another edition of Monkey Island Madness. I just finished opening a bunch of Happy Mail, and I did show this from Mountain Dreamer Teresa the other day. I will go and get it real quick to show. So if you not watched my previous video, you know what I'm doing. Hang on, it's in the other room. Okay, got it. All right, one of our fibs, who is Teresa, we call her Mountain Dreamer, Teresa, made books, these journals, for Xandra, CB, and myself to take to Australia with us. We leave in 19 days. And it's just such a cool little journal. It's big, so you can put a lot of stuff in here. And when you open it and flatten it, the insides are like an accordion book, okay? It's so cool looking. So you can put ephemera, whatever you want in here, okay? I was very intrigued by this, very, very intrigued by this. And so Teresa was kind enough to write up some instructions and send me a sample because she was scared that I was going to disassemble CB's journal, which I probably wouldn't have done that unless I was desperate. But now I don't even have to consider it because she sent me the instructions and a sample guts. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to show you. Yeah, I like all the postage parts too. I love it. That's why that girl sent me the book of postage. Sung Hae. I shouldn't call her that girl. Sung Hae sent that to me. So, yeah. So I'm going to attempt to fold this. Yeah. But I'm not going to start out with the big roll. Okay, Teresa, I think she wrote it in here, wrote me that those books started out... the books I made for you are from a 12-inch roll of paper cut to 60 inches in length. That's 5 foot. But you can make the book in any size, okay? And these are the instructions written out. So I'm going to attempt to do this. Only I thought I would make a small one, and this actually came with that book of postage. So I thought, okay, I'll just cut it in half. And I'll do a small one before I attempt to do a big one, okay? Perfect for holding brochures, receipts, everything. Exactly, exactly. And I think that was Teresa's idea, sending it for us to use on our trip, is that we could collect all of our receipts or whatever in there, which was a great idea and so utterly thoughtful, but that is pretty typical of Teresa. You look up thoughtful, kind, and generous in the dictionary, and I'm pretty certain her picture is going to be there. Pretty certain. Alright, so I'm going to cut this in half first, and then I'm going to fold a real small one first before I get a roll of paper out, which I did buy this weekend, but we're going to have a cute little polka dot one to start with. Okay, so the first instruction says, fold the strip of paper in half right down the middle. Okay, I'm assuming she's talking this way. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half. So you guys get a piece of paper out so you can do this with me. All right, so she said fold it in half. That's instruction number 1. Oh my God, out comes the ruler. Well, of course, I want it straight. I don't know that I'll ever use it, but yeah, hello. Unfold and then fold the 2 sections in half again. So I'm assuming that you would fold this one going this way into the fold, right? And I'm going to have to watch chat, so if I start going cuckoo crazy, well, more cuckoo crazy than normal when Eileen is in the room, she can tell me, stop, stop, you're goofing up. But I'm thinking, all right, so right now you have the 3 folds, right? The one in the center, and then these 2 coming down this way. You should now have 4 sections. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 sections. Fold each section in half again. So then you have 16 sections. All right, so there's 1 fold that way. I'm just going to... All right, so this fold is going to go to that fold. This is going to be really tiny, but that's okay. We'll get the idea without having to wrestle a mountain of paper. Okay, you guys following this so far? Are you even attempting to do it? Lay down over there. And I'm lining up the fold marks and the edge of the paper to make sure that they're straight. All right, I think that's it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I already goofed up. Probably because there was already a fold in the paper. Let me just check it this way. So here's the 1 fold, and then this was the 2nd fold. Right, right, right. Double checking myself. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I guess I've got to fold it again. This is not going to work. Not trying, just watching me first. We'll see how this goes. All right, let's see now. All right, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, so there's my 16. Now I'm on number 5. I go back and fold each fold in the opposite direction and bone fold the creases again. Okay, so I would imagine on a bigger piece of paper, or one with any kind of more structure than this, I guess is how I should say it, is make sure your folds are good and crisp. Okay, stop the folds at 8. Okay. I have another one. All right, she's saying this is going to be too small. Stop the folds at 8. But I have this handy-dandy one too, so I'll go ahead and just do the 8 folds. All right, so there's my first fold. And I suppose, I don't know why you couldn't, just go ahead and fold it over. And right there I've got 4, and so if I fold it over again, then I'm going to have the 8. And I'll go back and reinforce my folds here in just a minute. It will be necklace size. Okay. Alright, so right now I've got my 8 folds on this. And I'll go ahead and fold them back the other way. And say, something's not working out here, Teresa. Why did I put you in charge? I meant me, not you. Okay. Alright, that'll work. So make sure your folds are good and crisp, I think is what she meant. Oh, Natalie, that's awesome. Natalie just announced in chat that she's excited. She just found out she's going to be a grandma for the first time. Yay, you. That is very fun. Very, very fun. Alright, so I think this is the only one I haven't reinforced, and I'll do it. Alright, so now I've got 8 folds. 8 sections. 2, 4, 6, 8. Alright. And I just read that she goes back and folds each fold in the opposite direction, fold and fold the creases again. With this technique, you will have an even accordion no matter the measurements of your paper, okay? So that makes sense. She's saying you could do just like an accordion fold like this, and it doesn't matter what size paper you start with. Okay? There you go. With the book folded up, and I'm assuming she means accordion, turn up the corners at a 45-degree angle and do this at all the corners. Now I'm assuming she means like this. We're going to find out. Alright. Teresa, tell me if I'm doing this right. Alright, there's your first fold. Well, now wait a minute. Wasn't I supposed to fold it down the center? Alright, I'm going back. Alright, because, okay, hang on. I'll bet you are, Natalie, and that is awesome. But now I'm confused because I can see where she's done that like this. And then fold the accordion up. Alright, I'm not getting this. Open with the book. Open up one section. The fold should look like a Y. Alright, hang on. I'm going to go ahead and fold this up. I like folding paper. I like origami, so doing this and experimenting is perfect for me because I like it. So then she said, open up one section. The fold should look like a Y, which, if I, like that, I'm assuming is what she's saying. With an additional fold in up the middle of the Y on both ends of each section. Okay, yeah, that's what she's saying. This fold, and then this one right down the middle. Okay, so she's saying go ahead and just keep folding these all up 45 degrees. And this is real lightweight paper, so I don't necessarily need the bone folder. And it's waxy, so that it takes the fold really, really well. And my guess is, she doesn't say it, but just I can tell by the way hers are done. The more precise you are with the folds, the better your end product is going to be. I can just almost guarantee that. Okay, I'm doing it. Teresa, go ahead and make all the 45-degree folds first, is what she just told me in chat, is Follow the instructions, you damn goofball. Okay, Teresa, I'm following instructions. In a lot of ways, the smaller paper may be harder, so you might want to get yourself a bigger piece of paper. Alright, I've got the 45 degrees all the way. So at this point, you have a crazy little thing that looks like this. And it looks like a box cutter blade is what it looks like. This one, there's something wrong with this one. I didn't fold it to the right one because I didn't say it should look more normal. Okay, there you go. Now you've got a box cutter knife shaped. Okay, so this is where you're at right now. Now, open up one section, and I'm going to go to the second one so you can see the folds, because this is what she's talking about, the Y. On this end one, you're only going to have half the Y, but on this next section open, you're going to have the whole Y on each end. And I guess I could go ahead and draw it on this so you could see that. Okay, because I already read, the fold should look like a Y with an additional fold up the middle of the Y on both ends of each section. The middle part of the fold should be a mountain fold. The middle line of the Y should be a valley fold, okay? And if you're not familiar with paper folding, a mountain fold obviously is coming up and a valley is going down. So you have to manipulate this fold down like that, okay? And by folding it twice, it makes it easy in that respect. And then this one is going to go down like that, okay? And I'm assuming we're going to do that to the entire book. Leave the mountain, open up the next section, leave this a mountain, and make that a valley. Okay, I'm following the instructions, Teresa. And they're good. They're understandable and they're easy to follow, so that's good. Alright, we're being invaded by a rat. Alright, on to the next section. And heavier weight paper is going to be, you know, maybe a little bit more of a pain than this, but just work with it. If you've got the creases there, it'll do it. Okay, there we go. Talking to myself. You should hear when I'm angry and I'm talking to myself, Josie. Oh my gosh. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Robert's laughing at me. It is, this paper is, it's not as lightweight as tissue paper, but it's pretty close. So they're saying hi, Robert.
Tell them hi.
They can hear you. You're lost, Monique? How could you be lost? Okay, let me get another sheet of paper out here. And this one, actually this one would be cool. This aluminum foil, this decorated aluminum foil came with my other package too, and it's very cool. Alright, we've lost Monique. Let's see if we can find Monique. He comes up and he's noisy immediately.
Don't worry.
It's alright, we're not going to kick your ass today. I'll get a regular just piece of maybe typing paper out. Alright, here's a lightweight piece of paper. Alright. I'm going to cut it in half. I think it'll be easier to keep under the camera and show you by only having a half of it. He's gone now. He came up, got himself a cup of coffee, heated it up, and scrammed. He's a smart boy that way. Alright, so by doing the halves and stuff, I agree with Teresa. It doesn't matter what size paper you start with because you just fold it in half. So here we're going to go over it real quick again. You folded it in half the one time. Okay? Then you're going to, you can either fold it individually like this, but I'm going to do it the way I did it. Okay? Fold this over. Fold it in half again. And I'm only doing 8 this time because of the size of the paper that I started with, okay? And then fold it over again. So you're going to have 8 equal sections, but if the paper was longer, you could do more, right? Alright, so it's fold in half, fold in half, fold in half until you have 8 equal sections across the paper. Alright? That's where we were at. Yeah, the white paper might be easier to follow. That's true. And then she said she likes to fold them back the other way and crease them so you have really, really good creases in your paper. And when you see the finished product, I can understand the wisdom of doing that. You want a good crease in your paper. Okay, so go ahead and fold it back and forth. Give yourself a good crease to work with. And the more precise your folds are, the better your end product. I can already tell you that's going to be the case. Okay, and then she said, go ahead and fold the book. Accordion fold like that, right? Have you found yourself yet, Monique? All right. And then starting at one end, probably doesn't matter, go ahead and fold each of the corners in 45 degrees. And see, this one it's a double sheet, but just go ahead and fold it because all you really want out of that one is the crease. So go ahead and fold it, and if you got to use a bone folder, use it, because here in a minute we're going to push those folds down. And if you've ever done origami, you get this. Yeah, 8 sections will just make a smaller book with fewer pockets. So yeah, you can make this apparently any size you want. But when you fold these corners in, you're folding 2 sheets of paper on this 45-degree angle. And I don't know what these are called. Teresa didn't give us a name for them, so I'm going to have to create one, I guess. An accordion pocket journal, or yeah, maybe something like that. All right, have you found yourself, Monique? And this one I'm going to fold it out this way because I know that's probably the way it's going to end up. All right. Okay, so that's where you're at after all the corners have been folded 45 degrees. Okay. You're working on phone calls for hubby? I got some phone calls to make this week. Okay, then she said, go ahead and open up one section. And by opening up the section, she means unfolding that 45-degree angle and opening this up. And if it's laying flat like this, you want the middle part, the middle fold, to be a mountain, like this. And then where the Y is, and I'll go ahead and draw here, these folds have created a Y, like this, in your paper. And these are the folds you're interested in. Okay? Alright, so the middle fold from the points of the Y, you want coming up. So then you have to force this down. Can you see that? How that looks? On both ends. Okay? And it's not hard to do, but that's how you're going to do each of the pages. And I'm going to wait and see if Monique has found herself yet. All right, and then just keep doing that for each of the sections, it looks like. Okay, and if you creased it both ways, it should be pretty easy to go ahead and fold that Y in. Just push down on the center and it pretty much folds itself. Okay. So then you end up with the same shape you had before, except that on this side you've got like what looks like little pockets, right? He won't use his captioned phone. CB, we are going to have so much to talk about. Okay, so that was instruction number 8. Now, the 2 V's of the Y should be mountain folds. Let me double check and make sure that I'm at the right place. The middle part of the fold should be a mountain fold. The middle line of the Y should be a valley. That's where we've ended so far. The 2 V's of the Y should be mountain folds. Okay, that's what she's saying. That these are mountain folds, and that's a valley fold. It's going away from you. Okay? Open up one section, fold the top and bottom points into the middle. Open up one section. Okay, I'm thinking it's like this. She wants me to open up that section. Fold the top and bottom points into the middle. The top and bottom points. All right, let me look at this. Alright, that's like that. See, and I can't really undo her book because, well, I could, I guess, this one. To keep the, okay, she's saying keep the folds in place. Okay, so I'm keeping the folds in place. Oh, you're saying like this, Teresa, maybe? Does that make sense? Okay, but they're meeting in the middle, it looks to me. All right, the folds are all in place. Fold the top and the bottom points into the middle. Okay, so what I need to do now is determine the middle of this little section here. So I suppose Before I started, I could have made a middle line. I'm just going to measure it once because I'm at 1 1/4 inches. So my middle point is, what did I just say? 1 1/2. So it's going to be 3/4. So the middle is right there, about 3/4 inch. All right. So you take, when it's opened up like this, all right, you went from this shape, just open up this, and the point, this point at the bottom and this point at the top are going to fold into the center. Okay, that I'm getting. Okay. Into the center. Alright, and I'm assuming we're going to go ahead and continue doing that. Now that I already have this first fold, I don't have to measure the center again because it's going to be apparent, right? So fold that over and fold it again. And match your underneath fold because you've already measured the center once, right? So you don't have to do it again. Because if your measurements or whatever are off, your book is going to start going real wonky. I can already tell what's going to happen. And you've got folds to line up, so that helps a lot. Okay? Are you following? Eileen is screaming right now. Eileen better be following along. Okay? So just do that with all of your pages here. Oh, because I got the ruler out. Alright, and then Monique must be doing it because she said, ta-da, a pocket! Or she's doing that because I got a pocket. Okay? Alright, and then the last one, just fold it in. And make it do what you want it to do because you are the boss of your folded paper. All right. This is cool. This is very cool. Now your book has a shape like this. And it's going to be hard on, let me do it with the red paper. See how you've got a little flap here? That was like left over from having gone to the center. That is not wrong, apparently. Okay. And she's saying there's no pockets on the back, which is, I'm assuming, on each edge. You have that little flap, but you don't have pockets. Inside here, you have pockets. Okay. But look at how cute it is. It's so cute. To get the hidden pockets on the back side when making your point folds, I line up a ruler. Uh-oh, now Eileen is really going to cry. She lines up a ruler on the section fold at the ½ inch mark and then fold or find the center point of the middle section. Make your points fold into the middle section. You get bigger pockets. Uh-oh. All right, to get the hidden pockets on the back side. Now, because if you fold it over here, there's little pockets here. Can you see that? I got pockets back here. All right, Tracy, you might... All right, I did it right to get the pockets? Okay, all right. This is really cute. This is really cute. So I'll be interested to see what size paper I would have to start out with. Of course, she used 12" by 60 to get a book this big. And it's got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages in this size, which to me seems to be a pretty good size. Okay? So if you followed me up to here, you've got the guts of your book done. Now she went ahead and said to make your covers, she uses a 4x6 measurement for the completed folded piece. You need to cut 4 pieces of bookboard for the covers. 2 5x7 for outside covers, 1 4.5 by 6.5 for the inside cover, 1 1 3/4 inch by 7 for the spine. Okay, and she is obviously creating a book this size. Okay, but for this, I mean, I did a much miniature one. Let me just go ahead and maybe do the proportions so you can kind of, if you make it a different size. The finished size on these guts are about 4 inches wide this way by, I'm going to say, 5 3/4 inches this way. Okay? And so for the covers for that size, she's saying she uses a 4x6 measurement. And that means your pages, she's not. Alright, this one actually is measuring 4.5. So, Teresa, I'm not sure if that's a mistake, but I kind of suspect it is because, of course, well, no, this has got to be the same. Oh, no. Alright, never mind. She's talking about these inside ones, so it's an accordion fold. Okay, I get it now. Sorry, Teresa. She's talking about these inside boards. Well, this one's 4 1/4. And this one's 6. So you can use your own judgment for how much overlap you know, how much you want on each of the edges, I guess is really the best way to put it. Because you've got to take into consideration maybe the imperfection of your folds and everything else, but just to make sure that you have some board to affix these guts to, right? You only need one on this side because she's affixed this to the inside of the back cover. Hi, Judy Foster. 8 more minutes of work. You can do it, Julie. You can do it. Okay, that's what she's saying. She uses 4x6. That this is the folded piece. So she's saying cut 4 pieces of bookboard for the covers. 2 5x7 for these outside covers. 1 4.5 by 6.5 for this inside cover. And then 1 7/8 inch across by 7 inches high for the spine. So that makes sense. And then she says you can adjust the spine width for how you think you'll use the book. How much junk are you going to cram in here? I'm going to cram as much as I can. Okay, and number 12, if you think you're going to use this again, Teresa, number 12, you start with book. I think you want put there. Put the book cover together as you would normally do, which you guys have seen me do. She used this Tim Holtz paper, which I'm like, the Tim Holtz paper is really heavyweight, and when you try and fold it, it's going to want to crack and everything. So for your first one, so you don't set yourself up for failure, use a lighter weight paper so you don't end up with cracks, because believe me, I've used this Tim Holtz paper. It's hard to crease. It really is. And not get cracks, and making your corners neat and everything is harder. So, yeah. Use lightweight paper. I'm going to make covers for this little bad boy here in a minute. Glue the inside. Once your outside covers are complete, glue your insides to the front cover with the flaps pointing out and the pockets facing in. Okay. Got that. Glue the inside cover to the remaining side of the folded sections. All right, we're just going to go ahead and go on. I'm going to go ahead and finish this little one here to show you one more time, and because I like the little polka dot paper. Okay, so at this point, we were at the point where I had to find the middle, and again, that was 1 3/4, so 1 3/4, was it really? Yes. Yeah. So 1, I can't even do math. Hi, Allie. All right, so it's 3/4 plus, there you go. It's 7/8 is what I'm looking for. Duh. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold this in to the center. Oops. I would say the minimum weight of paper that you want to probably do this with, honestly, it would be a 20-pound, a copy paper weight. This lighter weight paper, I think, creates its own set of problems, but that's just me. So, you guys in chat, I still need an idea for the Artful Evidence submission this week, and if I can't think of anything else, I am going to ultimately end up doing flowers. And mine's just going to look like everybody else's, but I'll just get over it. How about that? Because what do you think of when you think of spring? I think of flowers, I think of baby birds, I think of the trees budding. Yeah, Teresa did do awesome with the tutorial. Trying to write that out to describe what to do. Yeah, she did awesome. And if I've made it look hard, it's not Teresa's fault, it's mine. But actually, they were very easy to follow instructions. So, kudos to Teresa. A spring toy like a jack-in-the-box. Oh, well, now that's totally thinking outside the box. What about a slinky? I do a slinky once, Monique. That's not at the top of my list to do a second time. I promise you. I enjoyed doing it the first time, but yeah, it was not fun. Spring is new beginnings. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. I don't know. Normally I don't have too much trouble struggling with stuff like that, but it's like, oh, I don't want mine to look like everybody else's, but it's probably going to. All right, there's for the hidden pockets. Okay, we got it going on here now. So in the back, I've got I've got 3 hidden pockets back here, and then all these pages out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're going to make little covers right now. And if this isn't your deal, you're watching on YouTube, I'd say bail now while you can. All right, and Julie, look at Julie. She is like full of ideas. The cherry blossoms, I think probably, Julie, when you see my finished product, it probably will be a drawing of a cherry blossom tree. Yeah, but down here in Oklahoma, we have red buds, and I'm not a chocolate bunny with the butt bitten off. We have red bud trees and dogwood trees that are our flowering trees. They're just not as striking as the cherry blossom trees. The cherry blossom trees are just so pretty. And I'm going to use a lightweight cardboard for this if I have any right here. If not, I'll have to go find a cereal weight box. That one's pretty lightweight. Alright. Mushrooms pop up in the spring. That's right, they do. Bird hatching from an egg. I thought that, and I looked at a bunch of pictures, Allie. Jaw petal watered right yesterday was a snowman. That's funny. I thought about the bird hatching too, but baby birds are really ugly. Just saying. They really are. Sorry, baby birds, but you are ugly. Alright, there's my cutting mat. I lost it. I like these little books. Alright, so the finished size on this one, the folded size of the guts, is 2 1/8 by 1 3/8. 2 1/8 by, what did I say? Jeez, my brain. 1 3/8. For the outside covers, it looks like Teresa left at least a 1/4 inch. Closer to 3/8 maybe. I'm going to leave a 1/4. So top and bottom, is going to be 2 6/8, right? Because I want a 1/4. Do I want a 1/4 inch? That's for this smaller book. That's a lot. I think I'm going to leave an 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, I'm going to leave an 1/8 of an inch. So you can alter these measurements as much as you want. So I'm going to do 2 3/8 inch. And did this one end up the same size? I don't think so. Yeah, these are actually, it looks like, about the same size books. They're just not the same height. So, alright. And I know Eileen is crapping her pants because I'm using a ruler, but I love me a good ruler. So I'm doing 2 3/8 inch that way. And this is just leftover cardboard from something. It's got marks on it from something I was doing before, which I'm going to cut off right now. Or erase, so I don't get confused. The Art Challenge draw. Oh, okay. So I've got my width that way. And up and down, let's see, this is 1 3/8. And I think I'll do... Let me think. She leaves more back there. Because you got to figure as that grows, it's going to expand. Yeah, I'm going to leave a 1/4 at the back, an 1/8 at the front. Okay. So this I said was 1 3/8. And I'm going to add an 1/8 on this edge, like I did top and bottom. And then on the back, I'm going to go ahead, because remember, as this grows, it's going to expand. So you got to leave yourself room back here for the expansion. So it looks like she left about a 1/2 inch or more. I'm going to leave a 1/4 inch because, no, she left 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch, or a 1/4 inch. So that's 3/4, 3, 4, yeah, 5, 6. So 1 3/4 inch this way, and I need 2 of those at least. And I'm just going to make 4 of these because I'm going to bind both of those little books. And I should have enough cardboard. If I don't, yeah, I should. And honestly, when you're doing something like this, make your cuts before you make a whole string of measurements, because if anything's off, you've just goofed up. I'm just telling you. And I'm working in the dark here. And I don't know what I'm going to cover it with yet. Maybe I'll just go pick out some pattern paper. I'm going to check my first measurement, because now after I've made the cut, it might be off a little bit. Because I know you guys have done this. I mean, I could, at this point, paint it or whatever. Would somebody type something into chat? Because it appears as though my chat has stopped. So I don't know if you are, all of you, rapidly making these books, but I don't know if my chat is working right now. And the nice thing about my life today is I've got leftovers from Easter dinner yesterday, so I don't have to cook tonight. Hi, Mac. Okay, thank you, Teresa. All right, so those are my outside covers already cut. Now, I'm going to do one piece, and I'm going to make it virtually this size, okay? So I'm going to need 2 of these for the 2 books. So this actually is 1 3/8. I'm going to cut it pretty much the exact size. That has curved corners, so I'm going to have to cut those off. I may not have enough. Well, I might, because the spine won't have to be that big. Just cutting off curved corners to get a piece of usable material here. And I also like that this is a nice, clean project, so I won't have a big fat mess to clean up later. Hubby's out of town, so you don't have to cook tonight either. That's a nice thing too, isn't it, Josie? Hi, Karen. Oh. Thanks, CB. All right, so what did I decide on this one? I'm going to make it just that size, which is 1 3/8 by 2 1/8. You know what? I'm going to put 1/8 of an inch on. 1 3/8. Oh, excuse me. I actually need to do this 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Yeah, I know. She loves my messy projects because she never gets her worthless butt over here and helps me clean up. And right now, everything's so nice and clean after company. It's just so nice to have everything nice and clean. Okay, there's... Excuse me. I didn't even have to make that cut. It just... What is it? Serendipity? Yep, it's going to fit on both of them, I'm pretty sure. So that will be the piece. Sweet, sweet, sweet. and the inside covers. So now all I need is 2 spines. And these are not that thick a book, so I don't know what I'm going to shove in them, but I'm going to go ahead and say that they're 1/4 inch. Maybe I'll make the spines, I don't know, what would you recommend, Teresa? I think I'm going to do 1/2 inch spines. I think I'll do 1/2 inch spines. Alright, I don't want to cut a piece that I need. So there's 1 cover, there's 2 covers, there's the insides. Alright, so I'm going to do 1/2 inch spines. So need to be the same height as the book itself, which was 2 3/8. We're making little miniatures like little Jennifer Crack-a-Lackin'. I like miniatures. Alright, and then a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch is kind of big. Maybe I'm going to go down to 3/8 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch just feels big for this book. So I'm going to go down to 3/8. And we're working with little, tiny. Things here. That's going to be my leftover. Okay, now one thing I've done here too is I've assumed that my edges of that cardboard that I chose were all straight. Check it before you just make that assumption. Oops, somebody's at my door. Let's see. It's got to be a neighbor because he came in a golf cart. Hang on. Hey, Robert! Hey, Robert? Alright, sorry about that, guys. He needs Robert's help. So I had to go find Robert. You'd think it wouldn't be that hard to find, but he was. Hang on, I'm catching my breath and getting some coffee. Bye, Patty. Get back to work right now. Yeah, I was just looking for him. Yeah, I thought he was down in the man cave, but he wasn't. He's upstairs. All right. Now, I just need to pick out some paper Paper. Let me go just grab some scraps. I had some scraps here yesterday, but I cleaned them up. Dumbass. Alright, I'm not one to normally keep scraps of paper. I'm really not. So I must have had these cut out to make a journal or something. I don't know. Sorry I screamed and scared you guys. But the neighbor needed help. Alright, here's some of the scrap paper I have here. Let me pick one. I want something with it, obviously, a small design, or I don't mind stripes, will be fine. Something to go with the red, too. The polka dot. Oh, that's kind of nice. I like that. The stripes and the polka dot might be my favorite combo. I like that too. You can tell I like the old-fashioned kind of stuff. Alright, those are good choices. I'm not sure what's going on, Josie, but I will definitely keep you in my prayers. Alright. Yeah, I like this striped with the polka dot inside. So, and I'm sure all of you have done this before, so it's not that big a deal. You can be real precious with this. Generally, as a rule, I am not. And for this, since it's not that big a deal, and it's not going to get a lot of wear and tear, when you're building something like this, you got to keep in mind, you know, how you're going to use it. Is it going to get a lot of wear and tear? Whatever. These at this point are mostly for show, right? So I'm just going to use a glue stick. But if you think you're building a book that you're actually going to use a lot, use a better glue than a glue stick. Eileen hates glue sticks. Alright, that one goes with the white. Alright, and I want the orientation the same. I guess I'm going to do, let's see, the book goes like this, which would make the stripes. And see, this is directional. So do I want the stripes going up and down, or do I want the stripes going around the journal? I think I want the stripes going up and down. So, therefore, I have to do it this way. Those are the things you got to think about, you know? And again, I like the Elmer's Extreme Glue. Eileen's going, put it through the Xyron. I'm not putting it through the Xyron. Eileen's been really quiet, so she has given up on me, and she's watching a soap opera at this point, I'm pretty certain. And you could cut your paper to size, but since this is such a, just a scrap anyway, and it's going in the garbage, yeah. I'm just going to glue it. I lost my piece. Where did I lose my piece? These were the extras, right? Yep. And the piece of paper that I put down, that's just to catch the glue as I go off the edges is all. Just leave yourself enough to make sure to fold over, and I'm not sure I did there, but it'll work. Alright, what did I do with my burnisher? I know I had it here just a minute ago. Alright, I guess I'll just use this. She ran because of all the measuring. I believe that. Alright, and then what else? Alright, so when you open the book, it's going to be this way. I want the stripes still going the same way, and the spine of the book. Alright, so these all got to just be glued the same way. She's napping, yep. Because she can't boss me today. She gets in a snit when she can't be the boss. Okay, and another thing you got to remember is I may not have enough of this paper to do the inside. Alright, so pick a complimentary paper for the inside. Or her Cabana boy came in. That's going to make me jelly. But I'll pick out the complementary color here in just a minute. Oops, don't do that. That's stupid. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys' opinion. My neighbor that just came by, he's a really good guy, and we've gotten where they're new caretakers down at one of the gated communities down here. And we really, really are enjoying them. Nice people. And when they moved here from Colorado, oddly enough, because I moved here also from Colorado, but they are originally from here, so they're actually moving home. She had gotten here and got a job at a bank in town, okay? But she heard of a opening at the bank here on the island. And so she wanted to work closer to home, so she quit her job, right? Well, she applied for and had been hired for the job here at the bank on the island, okay? Because somebody down there apparently had quit. Well, then the person who had quit changed their mind and decided they weren't going to leave. And she had already quit her job. Do you think that was right? Because the bank called and told her, sorry, the person who was going to quit is no longer going to quit. So now she's in effect out of a job. I think that was so wrong. I think you should have told the person who quit and then changed their mind, sorry, we've already hired your replacement. That wouldn't be right. I actually have a bunch of stuff that I'm ready to order, Monique, so no worry about that. But what do you guys think? I mean, how does somebody justify that? Oops, you quit your job? Oh, well, get over it, or whatever. What do you think? I thought it was crappy. I really did. And I was actually just contemplating going down and opening an account down there because it is on the island. And my bank has moved. But now I'm having second thoughts about opening an account down there because I think that's crappy. I think what they did to her is absolutely crappy. You quit, you quit. Okay, you guys are agreeing with me. See, that's what I thought. When they were, well, they actually told Robert about it, and then he told me. And then, was I working on camera? Could you guys see that? Because I got so interested in taking a opinion poll here. I was flabbergasted. I was really flabbergasted that they would do that. Let you quit your job and then go, oops. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now I don't think I want to open an account down there because, honestly, if that's the kind of pissant people they are, really, do I want them messing with my money? I don't think so. All right, and I would not be surprised in this country that there would be a case in law to be made for compensation. See, I wondered that too, Mac. Considering now she didn't have a job to begin with, you know, that might have been a different thing. But she quit a job to take their job. That's the thing that I'm just like, I'm flabbergasted. Not all employees created equal. She lost income on the basis that she had been given the job. She's out of pocket and unemployed. See, that's just it, Mac. That I had thought that too. I hadn't mentioned it to her, and because of the holiday and everything, we normally go to breakfast with them on Sunday now. And I haven't had a chance to talk with her at all about it. But that was kind of my feeling is, you know, like...
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Do they owe you nothing?
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Sue, we're not going to talk.
An idiot is attempting...
Sorry, Sue. I'll call back later. Yeah, I just thought, man, that is uber crappy. Like, I don't think you should do that to people. Not have them quit their job and say, oops. April Fools, joke's on you, dumbass. Like, are you kidding me? That's so wrong. But they're both really easygoing, laid-back people. He's just like, well, she'll get another job. I'm like, yeah, I'd get the job that they hired me to do down at the bank. No, she won't get her old job back. She went back and asked, and they said, no, not right now. We've rehired your position. Believe it or not, that's what they told her. We've rehired your position. Your old job is not available anymore. We hired somebody to take it. I mean, that bank did the right thing. And, you know, another thing is, it's hard to get jobs here on the island. It is, except unless you want a crapola.
An idiot is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
You don't get it, girl. Yeah, unless you want a crapola summer job. Now, if you want to, you know, just do something for the summer, you can probably find a job out here. But it's going to be in a restaurant because that's all we've got out here. We have no retail. Well, we've got a couple gas stations. But yeah, you're not going to get a career-type job out here on the island. They're just not available. That's what I think too, Mac. That's what the other bank should have said. I don't know. See, I was just like, I was flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. Okay. There's my little spine. There's the books. These are going to be so cute. Yeah, it's not you that know. It's my neighbor across the street. And oddly enough, I was just thinking about her this morning. I hadn't heard from her in a while. She's looking for Robert, I promise you. Everybody's looking for Robert. She calls me to find him. Because when he sees the number, he doesn't answer either. Yeah, it was just a... I think a moral dilemma that I've been thinking about since since Robert told me about it and since I talked to Lane about it. It was just like, am I wrong? Like, that morally, that's just wrong. All right, there's my cover. Need another glue page. So I'm glad we all think much the same, that poor thing really got the shaft, you know? I think. And I wish I knew somebody down at the bank, because I would call them and tell them, you know what, I was going to open an account down there, not that I have gobs and gobs of money, that is going to make a difference in their bottom line. But they want depositors, right? And I could have brought Robert Vaughn with me. Like, you don't know what people have or what they don't have or who they know, you know? So, I don't know. But I feel like I want to call somebody and say, you know what, I was going to open an account at your bank. And that's the truth. I really was, because I want a bank closer. And I'm really going to change my mind because of how you treated her. I believe there should be consequences for your crapola behavior. Individuals and businesses. Sorry. I'm a hard butt that way. I really am. Exactly, Ange. That's what I think too. So anyway, all right, we agree on this moral dilemma that I have. Actually, I've been thinking, I'm sure she was upset about it and felt bad, but I thought one day this week I might just say, do you want to drive up to Joplin and go shopping just to get her out of the house, you know? She really is a sweet, sweet girl. All right, there's all my pieces. I've got to do the insides. The inside you don't have to cover. That's what I think too, Monique. Reputation matters, especially with banks. All I need now is a complimentary piece of paper to go ahead and cover the inside back here. So let me see if any of this would work. I don't know if I want any of this in there, if it would look good or not. Because remember, I've got the polka dot paper that's going to go in there. The stripes and the polka dots are cute. I like that. Oh, this one wouldn't be bad because it has, all right, I picked it out because it's got the same pattern. It's like a patchwork. No, I don't like that. I'm going to get a solid color. Let me go get a solid color. Well, see, I don't know, Lena. I agree. People quit for a reason, so why take them back knowing that they actually seek other employment? See, that's what I was thinking, Lena. What was her reason for leaving in the first place? Was she going to another job? Was she moving and the move fell through? I don't know. All right, here I've got some different pattern paper that I bought for instances like these. And I think I got this at Walmart. I don't remember, but it's just paper that has small repetitive designs in every color. And I like that. So this is a perfect place to use this. That one actually is not bad. All right, I'll just use this one. All right, these I'm going to have to cut to fit, so where's all my little pieces here? What do I do with them? How can you lose something in like 2 seconds? Duh! All right, so I need 2 at, put my glasses on. There you go, Lena. I would have been the same way. I was a boss, and if you quit, you ain't coming back. 1 and... Okay. Alright, I'm cutting these about a 1/16 shorter than the actual measurement because I want them pretty much going edge to edge. So this one is going to be 2 3/8 times 2. I think I was a very fair boss. I tried to always be a very fair boss. But yeah, like if you showed me that you were a jerk off and not willing to go the extra mile if I needed you to, I was like pretty much an elephant. I never forgot that. You didn't get a second chance to prove to me that you really wanted to excel at your job. And maybe I was wrong in that respect, but that pretty much was the way I was. You know, if I asked you to work on a weekend or whatever, and maybe not the first time, you know, you had plans or something, but if you were one of those employees that for whatever reason never wanted to work through a lunch hour or a break or whatever, I didn't forget that. Especially when it came raise time or promotion time or something like that. No. You're not going to get the raise. You're not going to get the promotion. There's other people who deserve it more. Sorry. But I think I was a very fair boss. Well, and I must have been okay because I remained friends with the people who worked for me to this very day. In fact, I dreamt about one of them the other night. I was going to call her and say, I had the weirdest dream about you. BJ and I used to have so much fun. She was my right-hand man. And she was a German girl. And from Germany. She had married a military guy and come over. And honest to God, we used to laugh until we practically pee ourselves. I could have cut that just a hair smaller, so I'm going to go ahead and just trim it off right here. And in my dream the other night with BJ, her name was Biruta, I called her BJ. I don't know why, but we were laughing our heads off like we used to at work, and I was sitting in her lap, laughing, 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 but I don't know what we were laughing about. But I just thought, that's so odd that I would have a dream about BJ after all these years. I absolutely loved her. And really, really, really worked hard to get her my job when I left. Because she deserved it. Oh, this one I really overcut. That's okay. Robert Vaughn? He can't hear me. I don't know where he went. I guess downstairs. Alright. There we go. We got our covers covered inside and out. That's going to go with the red polka dot. See, Brenda, you're the kind of employee that I would try and reward every chance I got. If you were willing to, you know, even as a, you know, entry-level employee, if you were willing to go that extra mile for me, I was going to go out of my way to go that extra mile for you as well. And I'd like to think there are more bosses out there like that. Let's see. How did that get a weird... Okay. 1 3/8, I guess is what I do. All right, these I should be able to, because this one is going to be just a little weird. It's going to be 1 less than 3/8. Since I've been trimming them off anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and do it this way. Sorry, my throat's kind of scratchy and dry. Eileen, where are you? What the heck are you doing? Are you napping or watching soap operas? She has been really, really quiet. I'd like to think she's arting and making a book, but I kind of think she's probably not. All right, there we go. We've got all the parts of the book now. And actually, I should have done this differently, but oh well. I've still got more of this paper, so I can go ahead and assemble the book. I was not thinking about what I was doing. And Teresa, you should have been screaming at me. Say, no, no, no. Put the book together first. Because at some point, I've got to get these all together, and I should have done it with a sheet underneath. But that's okay, because I'll just use more of this red paper. Because this is going to get, and I will use double-sided tape for this. I have to decide. Yep. This I'm just going to double-sided tape. You're here watching. Oh, okay, because, man, you have been uber quiet today. And you were quiet last night at Angie's late. Are you designing a secret plot to take over the world? Because if you are, we need to know. We want to be a part of your secret plan to take over the world. Just saying. Or at least I do. And the reason I chose double-sided tape for this as opposed to glue is it does have a waxy finish on the inside of this paper. And I don't think glue would be really the best option for this. So double-sided tape it is. I did, but now you can put it together with a hinge. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Teresa. Yeah, you could. There's a million ways to put together a book. Believe me, you could watch YouTube channels the rest of your life. Okay, and all I'm doing now is affixing, if I can get the backing off it, the papers to their cover. And I need to go tell the rat to go down to the neighbors. How do I want this? Do I want it? Try and get it as centered as I can. Okay, because this will go on the inside like that, and it'll be affixed on this back cover so that it opens up like this. This is so cute! Alright, now where did I put my... Really, I'm losing my mind here. And I know Jean is coming on. Jean was planning on streaming today, so she got home from her mother's yesterday. So Jean is streaming, and she'll be on here shortly. So now I have to just decide how I want to do this. Actually, I might use this. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Let me get my paper out. Trying to think what I have to do this. You know how old-fashioned books have the spine covers on them, and what it's for is to make them more durable. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm trying to think. Okay, I think I'm going to do it with that paper. I really do. Oh, Jean decided not to stream? Well, that little goofball. I thought she said she was going home and she could stream on Monday. What is with all these streamers? Huh? 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 That's what I want to know. Alright, so let me think how much overlap I want. Now I've got to do just a little bit of math. This was about 3/8. I'm going to leave about, not 1/8 of an inch, that's too much, so just say a 16th, so I'll do 1/8 inch either side. And then just a little bit up on the cover, which will be 3/16. Yeah, 1/4 inch will be fine, so that'll be a 1/2 inch. Yeah, that'll work. So if I cut it 1 inch wide, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. 1 inch. Well, I'll go ahead and stay long enough to finish this book for sure, since I'm not on a time constraint. But yeah, today was just weird without Dee Dee streaming. I have to say that. I was just like lost this morning. Like, okay, how do I start my day now? I don't have Mary to go get coffee. You know, it's just like, ugh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Alright, let me see. I decided I was going to do a 1/4 inch on this side. I'm going to make the marks because I want them to be straight. Right, right. And I can trim that down so it doesn't matter. Alright, and those should be straight, so now it's going to be directional again because this has words on it. Alright, that's fine. And I'll use the double-sided tape because it's more durable. Hi, Carrie Ann. How's everything? Is it time for Aussies to be out of bed? I'm going to have to get used to the time change, that's for sure. I looked it up the other day for Robert, and it was like, well, when you're going to bed, it's going to be like 2:30 in the afternoon where I'm at. Woohoo! You watched some Gilmore Girls this morning? I love Gilmore Girls. Love them. Love them, love them. I wish I knew what I did with my burnishing tool. I know I had it. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I wonder if I put it in the Happy Mail. And actually, I didn't even need to. I'm going to say, maybe I could do that. That would, yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the spine, the opposite, just because I want to. It's 5:15 in the morning? Okay, because I'm going to say, man, you are up early. Up early. There are a couple days we're going to have to do that because Jen's got us traveling like it's ungodly times of the morning. For real. That's all right, though, because I don't want to waste any time. Another thing I didn't do was put a closure on it. I so was not thinking as I was doing this. But that's okay. It's still going to be fine. You got your glass dip pen? Pam's was scratchy. Any way to fix it? I guess I'd almost like to know what she means by scratchy. The dip pens are not as smooth, I will say, as the metallic nibs. They really aren't. And if I got one that was what I considered to be scratchy, I would probably take an emery board. But really, you're going to have to be careful. If it's scratchy, yeah, that's... I don't know. I would maybe take an emery board and do it a little bit, but I wouldn't jack with it too much, because if you jack with that nib, yeah, you could probably create damage that you're never going to overcome. Yep. Yeah, we'll be getting up before the sun, no doubt, CB. A couple of days, I know we will. She has so got us up and moving early. That's fine, though. I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. Alright, if my measurements work out, if I do this right along the edge of that tape, which I don't want to do it that way, I'll eyeball it. There we go. Yeah, test it out quick. I think if she just uses the glass pen, she'll get used to it and won't consider it to be scratchy. That's what I'm going to say is, I think when I first used mine, I was like, oh, this doesn't feel very good, but that didn't last very long. It is a different feeling than the metallic nibs, for sure. And the ink flows differently. So that's another thing you've kind of got to pay attention to is the, yeah, the ink will flow a little differently, and you have to load your pen a little bit more frequently. But I like them. I like them a lot. All right. No foul, no harm. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover that again just to make it look better. Just a little strip right down the middle, and we'll call it done. See, it's a cute little thing. And actually at this point, and maybe I could do that. Teresa did hers with a ribbon tie enclosure, which is a great idea. I love that. But at this point, you could make a decision about another kind of enclosure. And I took all my darn... but this is my last opportunity to do like an elastic closure out the back. I'm almost tempted to do that. Just thinking. Hi, Dorothy. You haven't missed much today, Dorothy. I did a huge haul. Well, not a huge haul. It was not a haul at all. It was Happy Mail. This is really getting cute. I'm really liking this a lot. This is really cute. Just deciding on this closure. Because I've still got to attach a ribbon or something, and I'm trying to think. There was some cute ribbon in that box from Norma. Just trying to think. I think I'll use, and I think I have some up here, I think I'm going to use butcher's twine. Yeah, I think I'm going to use butcher's twine. Let me see if I have some up here. Alright, I've just got some regular twine, and it's available, and it'll look cute with this book, so I'm just going to use it. Just regular, lightweight twine. Alright, now I can, I'm thinking I might just put it here on the edge, or I can come out through the back and tie it like that. I think I might do that just because it's cute that way. And then it has a twine thing across here, and you could add a... I think I'm going to do it that way. So, do I want to use my screw punch? Yeah, I guess I'll use a screw punch. But I can go ahead and finish the covering it now anyway. You guys are thinking, what the hell are you doing? If I had any clue, I'd tell you. Because I really want this. I don't want it very big, so I'll do 1 inch for the inside as well. I am so not looking forward to allergy season, you guys, and it's coming fast, and I just dread it so bad. Because the ragweed is already out there, it's just getting ready to bloom. And I dread it. Really, really bad. Alright, and I want this. I think 2 3/8 will work out good. Nope, gotta go from the top. It hit here for me already. You've already got it. Yeah, see, ours is just days. Just absolute days away. And it, I don't even want to think about it. Don't even want to think about it. Makes sleeping hard, everything. I dread it. Dread it. Dread it. What's kind of nice with typing stuff, you can't even see where I mended that. Alright, before it sets up too much, get your folds in there really good so you're not sorry later. Alright, very good. Very, very good. Alright, now I'm just going to put the tie binding on the back. I'm still kind of thinking about elastic. I want elastic. I just want elastic, so bear with me. I'm going to run downstairs and get it. Alright. Yeah, I'm glad I went down because I could tell Robert to go see Lane. I think I'm going to use this little tan enclosure. I need to look for some different colors. That one might not be bad too. No, I'm going to use tan. Tan. Just need like a little tiny amount. This is a little tiny book. And I'm not sure how I'm going to hide the knot or what I'm going to do with the knot, but I like the idea of a elastic enclosure, and then if I want to put a charm on it, I can. If I do a tie one, I can't do that. So that's my thinking. And I should be able to use the screw punch on this. I'm kind of wondering if I should just knock it too, though. I don't know. Oh, it's so hard to be me. I'm pretty sure I've got the small one in. I do.
How big are they? Oh, what's it up? I guess I'll fix it back to that.
It is a cute little wee book, isn't it? Oh, man, it tore right there. Ugh. I have to get some little paint and fix it. That annoys the snot out of me. Let me see here. Robert's so happy he's making plans. Well, that's not going to work. All right, I'll figure out a way. You won't ever see that. And I put one of my little love charms on it. I'm almost out of little love charms, so I'm going to have to get new little love charms or something to take its place. Oh, you wrecked it. You can send it to me. It's not wrecked. I'll fix it. Even if I have to pull that piece off in the center and redo it, I'll do that. It won't bother me. There we go. Okay, I'm going to tie a little knot, but I may end up going down and getting one of those elastic clasps. Okay, here comes the rat.
8:30 in the morning, gotta go. Get ready and go get some trees.
Okay. Yeah, he said he needed help. Why does he pick such stupid times?
I don't know.
That's early for somebody who doesn't have to work. You might have to remind him of that.
You thought?
Yep.
All right. Sue's calling a dozen times.
Sue's called me twice too, so she's looking for you. Call her.
I already called her. I told her I was up taking a dump. I had diarrhea. Sorry.
He's lying to the neighbor again. Oh my God, Robert. There is really something wrong with you. Yeah, she's been calling me.
The
So
girls are going to disown me before it's over with.
no, they're probably gonna laugh at you. Show the elastic clasp. Okay, I'll have to go down and find them. They're downstairs. He's just being an idiot, you guys. But there's the little book. I gotta put the guts in it now. That's a big old knot right there in the center. And actually, what does Sue want?
The Denali won't start.
Her and her
Probably like the
cars.
Ford pickup.
Huh?
Probably like a Ford pickup. stick the key in and start right up.
Okay, you go be friends with Sue. How about that?
Oh boy, I just can't wait.
Oh my God. He is an idiot, you guys. I can't believe that I hang out with an idiot. Alright, I'm getting ready to put the guts in this book. Yeah, he's an idiot. He does stuff like that all the time, you guys. And he does it because he knows Sue doesn't have a comeback. She can't say anything. Oh my God. But you have to understand, this woman, she calls Robert 100 times a day. I mean, he really gets put out with Sue. And I used to be like, oh, just go do it. Just go help her. It's no sweat off your back. But she's one of those people that, honest to God, there comes a point where you just go, she calls me one more time, I swear to God, I'm going to go over there and kill her. So he does stuff like that. It's like, oh, Robert. Oh. She's a piece of work. Absolute piece of work. Neighbor's got Janet can't cook. Poor Robert constantly getting the runs from her kitchen. Well, the thing is, I know Sue never knows if he's telling the truth, if he's lying. You know, it's, oh. Yeah. You should live with him. You either laugh your head off and have a good sense of humor, or you want to kill him most of the time.
Dang, 3 o'clock almost.
Oh, I can't get the backing off this. It's peeling up with the... There we go. I thought you were going over to Sue's.
Well, I'm going here in a minute.
Every reason to put it off, right?
What?
That mail just can't wait.
I'm just looking for more excuses.
I noticed that right off.
What was the first clue?
Oh, Robert. There we go. There we go. Alright, here we go. This is the top. There we go. Alright. You want it closer to the opening edge than the spine edge, because if you put stuff in here and it grows, you want that extra space to let it grow. Hi, Sarah. We are, Jeannie. Honestly, we are. Did I just put that on there wrong? No. No, no, no. Because here you can put the little, let me find something little. Okay, so say you want to put little pockets, little stuff in the pockets here. Like that, right? And then if you open up this way, you've got the hidden pockets back here, right? So, and of course, Teresa's book it's going to allow for a ton more. Because it's got 16 pages, I think she said. And it's truly like accordion. And then the hidden ones are back here. And it will only go so far, right? Like, it's not going to accordion all the way out because it's held together. So, cool. I'm glad I made my very own little book.
Right. I'm going this time.
All right. So there's the little book with the little elastic love heart. Love heart. I was reading chat, not paying any attention at all. So there's the little book. And it is cute. It's adorbs. Alright. And this one, I kind of don't want to put it together because I don't like the idea of just white pages. I'd rather decorate these pages. So I don't know. I'm going to think about this one. Because, yeah, I'd rather have colorful, fun pages. But for a miniature little book, way smaller than you would ever work. Well, it's smaller than than is usable, frankly. I think about the only thing you could put in here, but it would be like a fun little gift for a fib or something if you filled these little pockets up with stickers or something like that. So it is a cutie pie little book. But yeah, this one with the white pages, I just don't think it's going to be as much fun. So I'd rather start with a different colored paper, or actually magical paper would be really fun for this too. A postage stamp collection, exactly, Mac. That would be good. And for those of you who came in late, I showed in my Happy Mail, I had a YouTube viewer send me, and I'll show it again real quick just because it's such an awesome thing and I love it so much. But I will fix that little thing in there, and I'll decide about that knot, whether or not I like that knot. Another thing I could do is untie this, and you know what? That's actually the solution, you guys. Glue these elastic going each way down the spine and just cover it with another piece of paper. That's how I'm going to fix that. Yep, that's how I'm going to fix it. So anyway, I had a YouTube viewer send me, and this was part of the packaging that she sent, this whole book. She found this in her laundry room in her apartment, and it was in the, you know, free take it, and it's somebody's stamp collection that they were just getting rid of, or somebody, you know, somebody was getting rid of it, so she picked it up and sent it to me. So, yep, you could do a postage stamp collection in your little book. And if you were really lucky, you could have a monkey that poops. I'm just going to call this the... I want him to talk again. Why won't he talk, you guys? There. Well, I want it to match, and is why I can't. Look at his little face with an Eileen hairdo. He's so cute. And the candy's not bad. But I don't know if you can refill him. You're jealous of the stamp collection? That was very cool of her, wasn't it? I have to agree. Like, when I opened it, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that somebody would send that to me. So, anyway, I'm going to untie this. And I'm going to have to mark the elastic where I want it to go. Because I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to glue it down off screen. I'm probably going to go sit my wide load on the couch now for a little while before I overeat again tonight. Because we're having leftover Easter dinner. So, yep, that's what I'm going to do. You told Ray's cat that he whines as much as I do? Well, must be a good cat. Anyway, if you watched the recording, thanks so much. Don't do as I do as I say, okay? Yeah, I'm going to make another one of these books, though. I do know that. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.